believe it's never too late to catch up. My name is Tracy Butchart, and I am responsible for the research and design part of reflective learning.
Reflective learning is a diagnostic assessment which measures learners' conceptual understanding in maths. And the idea is to pick up where their gaps are across the most critical concepts that they need in order to master maths at the end of matric. And so learners would log in, do an assessment, get their results back, and based off of that, be given tailored, individualized content that catches them up in terms of wherever their gaps are, so that they ultimately can continue with their learning and their education.
The idea for reflective learning was born through a consulting job that I had for Uplands Outreach, doing the monitoring and evaluating of an intervention that they had funding for. It was a maths enrichment program that targeted grade 10 learners. 5 of the 50 could divide whole numbers. So in grade 10, a key component of algebra is around factorizing. How do you factorize when you actually can't divide 4 into 20 and get 5? I had to step into that space to try and catch them up. It was a matter of necessity. I tried an approach that I felt was the best way to catch them up in the quickest time, because there was no time built in to the program for catch-up.
One of the primary drawbacks that Tracy had was limiting her impact to being in one place at one time. Lightswitch took reflective learning from what was a limiting pen and paper offering to what it is today, and that is a fully digitized, scalable solution. Now we're able to have people in different cities, in different schools, potentially in different countries, all doing the work simultaneously.
I teach the bottom grade 8 and grade 9 students, and my role is to individualize the programs for the students in the intervention program. We use reflective learning diagnostic tests to group our learners into the different maths ability groups.
What I think we value in the partnership in Telkom is, for the first time, we have found something that looks strictly at a child and not at a, we're not looking at children as though they have got homogeneous challenges.
In the first year, reflective learning just gave us just the results, and just going through them, we saw, based on the grade and the concepts where each student stood. Since we've received maths journals, so they are usable by the students on their own, and they don't need supervision from myself all the time, because everything is explained quite nicely.
When learners don't have the foundation, they struggle, and that's where reflective learning for us became a very important player, because it then gave us those insights that we never had.
We're creating big data, so there's immense power in knowing what you don't know and mapping that, or having a digital blueprint of what you don't know.
A lot of changes have come after reflective learning.
It was like changed a lot, because I could do everything at my own time. I started believing in myself. I can do it better in life.
Reflecting learning took the work on my shoulders. I was carrying a very big load.
It's exciting because we've built an education-first business that has been empowered by technology, and not the other way around.
Ultimately, we're passionate about trying to make this as accessible as possible to learners, and so we've designed it in mind whether it happens within a rural context or an urban environment, and because ultimately we value learners across the board, and we just want to see learners improve in their maths education.